Probably one of the biggest, like, aha moments, though, that I've ever had, which was this I guess that could be seen as a little scary, was that when you accomplish what your ultimate goal is, which is to be an Olympic champion, there's a period of time where you realize, like, "That's it? I've spent my whole entire life working towards that." Now, like, I have this gold medal around my neck, um, now what? I think there was some fear in that thinking, "Well, if that doesn't fulfill me, like, what will?" Right? If you could spend your whole entire life working towards something, and the way I kind of phrase this for wrestling, that's an Olympic gold medal is our Mount Everest. You can't get any taller than that for wrestling. I mean, yeah, there's a state champion, NCAA champion, All American, national champion, but for wrestling, our Mount Everest is the Olympic gold medal. And so when you can get to the top of that and you look around and you take in the view, and it's awesome, but then there's almost like this, but now what? That is kind of scary a little bit because you're thinking, well, if I go do this with something else, with business or, clearly marriage and kids and life and whatever the American dream, like, and now if I do that, am I still going to have that same kind of unfulfilled feeling? I think that is kind of scary. And I would say that, the application there for me is that the key thing is you can't stay up on the top of that mountain. You take in the view. It's beautiful, right? Nowadays, take your little pictures up there and take it in. But the truth is, on Mount Everest, I think you can't stay up. You can only stay up there for like 30 minutes max, or you'll die from oxygen deprivation. So what do you have to do? You can enjoy it, take your pictures, take it all in, give your high fives, give people hugs. If you're there with a group. But ultimately, what do you have to do? You have to start going back down, and you have to go back down, and you have to find another mountain to climb, so to speak, because you can't stay up there and draw all your value from the fact that you made it to the top. And I think if you do that, if you stay up there and you draw your value from that, and if the only thing that made Brandon Slay important was that I won Olympic gold medal, if that's all I talked about and that's all I drew my value from, then I would be like metaphorically like laying dead up on top of the mountain, and I would have died from oxygen deprivation because I chose to stay up there versus come down the mountain. And I think when you come down the mountain and you go find another mountain to climb, whether it's through coaching, hey, I want to coach a world and Olympic champions now, or I look forward to getting married one of these days. I look forward to having a family and being the best husband I can be, being the best father I can be, or maybe one of these days, start a business. Whatever those other mountains are, it's healthy to find new ones and climb new ones, but don't climb them with the idea that they're going to fulfill you or totally satisfy you, because they won't. Right? There'll always be a short term happiness because they're happening, right? Something really positive happens and you're happy about it, but it's not everlasting and long lasting. So you have to have more mountains to climb. I think ultimately, I would say you have to have what your own value system is. And for me, the only thing that ever has given me any sense of fulfillment is my faith, my relationship with God, now my family, my wife and 4 kids, and now just mm, valuing my friendships, how important friendships are. I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, Ryan, but if you've known, friends since you're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, if you still have those today, those are really rare, because this is one of my favorite statements is that you can't make old friends. You can make new friends, right? I mean, you and I can go out and we can meet some. I mean, you and I have never met you before. Like, we can be, hey, I met Ryan today on the podcast. We can be new friends, but you can't make old friends. You can't I have a friend I've had since I was 6 years old, right? 40 years now.
Wow.
Like, you can't just make him. Brandon Brown from Amarillo, Texas. I've had 40 years with the guy. You can't create that. So you value your faith, your family, your friendships. And then I would say, what else do you value? You value full effort. That's all I can do. That's all I can do as a wrestler. That's all I can do as a coach. That's all you can do is putting this podcast together today. Just give the best effort you possibly can. And that's all we can do. I say, like, you do your best, you let God take care of the rest. Um, and I would say, once you do all those things, I put my faith first, my family, my friendships, and full effort. Here's what ends up happening is that you actually end up having a lot of fun. You end up having a lot of fun because I think your priorities are in order. where people, when they get those things flipped upside down and they're in inverse order, it's like, all I want to focus on having fun. It's all about being happy, woohoo, having fun all the time. Like, well, yeah, but it's all short lived, right? It's like chocolate covered Alpo, right? I mean, it tastes really good at first, and then you keep chewing on it. It's like, man, that's dog food, right? So if you get your values mixed up and all you're wanting to do is be happy and have fun all the time without focusing on what's really foundational, then I think you're really going to miss the mark.